Recording.
Okay.
All right. So, good morning, all. I'm going to be talking to you today about having a life plan. So, you'll learn the framework that'll help you take control of your finances. I'm your host, April Brown. So, when I'm talking to clients or potential clients, this is the one phrase I like to say: your financial decisions today affect your financial future tomorrow. And it's so true. So, hello, I'm April with Zelkin Financial Services LLC, and I want to talk to you today about your finances. I know money sits in the front of your mind or in the back of your mind, depending on what you've got going on. It would be great if you had a life plan in place to assure you that things are on track. So, for those that already have a life plan, that's fantastic. You're ahead of the game. So, there's always room for improvement or to make adjustments to your plan. So, with a life plan in place, you know where you're going and how you're going to get there. So, to give you a little bit background about myself, I'm a retired captain out of the Durham Police Department in North Carolina. And it wasn't until I was facing retirement that I realized I needed a new life plan myself. So, I was young when I retired and I knew I wanted to do something else. And that something else turned out to be the financial service industry. Since being in the industry, there have been a lot that I've been exposed to. The information for me has been invaluable, and my goal is to inspire people who want to learn about their finances. So, money, money, money. For the last 2 days, I've been providing a lot of information around finances. So, today I wanted to slow it down and then I wanted to shift gears. So I want us to do some contemplating on where you are with money. People are worried about or trying to figure out how to make their money work for them. Retirement is probably one of the most researched words in Google next to saving money. So money's on everyone's mind. So when you bring up the topic of money, that tends to bring up so many emotions and thoughts around what money is and isn't. So what is it about money, that word that throws people into such a tizzy? So, we're going to talk about how to deal with financial challenges you will encounter. I hope you're prepared to take notes because I have some information to share. So, let's talk about money. What is money? So, money is defined as an item or any item or medium of exchange that represents a perceived value. Economists define money, its origins, and its worth. Why is money important? Money covers the essentials like housing, food, healthcare, education, and the foundation of a stable life. So, managing your money effectively can reduce stress, encourage a balanced approach to spending and saving. However, an intense focus on accumulating wealth can lead to it can lead to ethical dilemmas, a strain on relationships, and make balance essential. So, saving and investing early helps your money grow, creating a strong foundation for retirement. Now, when we're thinking about facing financial challenges, what we have to consider is when dealing with that, it can feel overwhelming at times. Additionally, our mindset about money can impact how we manage it. So, do you know what your values are about money or around money? Are they positive, negative, or a mixed bag of both? Do you think your views impact your money habits? Your perspective can significantly influence your spending and saving habits. Like many things in life, your attitude towards money plays a crucial role in how well you manage it. So developing a positive and intentional mindset can help you take control and confidently tell your money what to do. My challenge is for you to take a deep dive into your values around money. So this is where we're going to take a couple of minutes. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do this in terms of time wise, but I want to honor everybody's time. So I have questions for you. And my questions are around the topic of money. So the first question, if you got your pen and paper, write down 3 goals you would like to accomplish in the next 5 years. And I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. I know it's not a lot of time. All right. Question number two. How do you plan to make, how do you plan to make and what did I do? I'm sorry. So how do you plan to make um those goals happen and those 3 goals happen? How do you plan to make them happen? Starting now. I'll give you 30 seconds. All right. Question number three. How committed are you to making those 3 goals happen? And number four, do you have a start and end date? All right. So these are the questions to get you thinking about your life plan. So let's talk about your views towards money. In the next couple of slides, I will reveal the 3 secrets to one, how do you view money? Two, how does your views on money affect how you spend it? And three, how does your views on money affect how you make and save it? The goal here is to challenge you on your views towards money. So, secret one, how do you view money? And the secret is your money views. That's what I call it. So, do you see money as inherently good or inherently bad? Do you see money as a necessary evil that you have to make, however, not very comfortable with? Do you view the term wealth, or how do you view the term wealth or wealthy? Does it carry a negative connotation for you? I ask these questions because how we view money determines how we earn and save money. When we have struggles around money, that can be related to our views about money. When people have grown up around money insecurities, that's defined as, not having enough, making money is very important to them or tends to be very important to them. So I want to tell you a story. I took a course probably maybe 3 years ago that talked about this subject of how you view money. Now, it wasn't cheap. However, it was really interesting because what it made me, it was a struggle and it made me really wrestle with how I actually viewed money and what money meant to me. So, managing money is crucial in achieving financial success. Your attitude towards money can either help or hinder your ability to manage it effectively. Fun fact, I want to throw something in. I've researched this. So, how many of you knew that Martha Washington, the First Lady, is to this day the only woman to have her likeness appear solo on a US paper currency note? Her image appeared on the $1 silver certificate, and it was issued in 1886 and discontinued in 1957. So it was the country's second longest currency issued. So, did you also know that the first universal credit card was introduced in 1950? The bane of all of our existence. Now, let me stop. And so, the last fun fact is, did you know that only 8% of the world's currency is physical money? That I did not know. But in lieu of everything that we do online, it makes a lot of sense. But remember, cash is king. All right, we're moving into secret number 2. How does your views on money affect how you spend it? So, the secret is your money mindset. So, I'm going to talk about 3. So, get ready. So, what is your money mindset around wealth and attaining it? So, money mindset is that thing that sets those who are wealthy apart from the rest of us. Please know that these wealthy people are not just CEOs or entertainers, they are everyday people. These everyday people have a different mindset from the rest of us. So, what is that? So, there are 3 mindsets that help folks become wealthy. Probably more, but these are the 3 that I came across. So, mindset number 1, grow from your comfort zone. What does that mean exactly? That means you build wealth while staying within your comfort zone. So you're going to remain consistent and you're not afraid of failure. However, you're actively pursuing your goals. So, what does that look like? So, let's say you're in a job that you don't love. However, it pays the bills. So, currently you have this side hustle that just you love and it brings you absolute joy. So, until your side hustle is able to sustain your lifestyle completely, then you'll stay at your job. But once it's able to sustain it, then that's when you can leave. And also remember too, you know, side hustles, they're great, but until they're able to sustain you, you want to stay where that job is that pays the bills. So, mindset number 2, optimizing your environment. What do I mean by that? There are going to be 3 things that go along with that. So, first is where you live. So basically, reevaluating your living situation. Are you living in a place that's too costly? Maybe you're living in a city that's cost a lot. Taxes are high, takes a lot of chunk, or it takes a chunk out of your money. Or maybe you're living in a state that has high taxes and the cost of living is very high. So just reevaluating that. Number 2, the people you work with, the culture of the company you work for. So is the culture of your organization or the company toxic from the top down? If it is, then maybe you need to find some other place or another place or a company to go work at that is more conducive for you. However, remember, you can't get a job unless you already have a job. And number 3 are the people you spend time with outside of work. So that's your spouse, significant other, friends, and family. They can have the biggest impact on your finances. So I'm sure you've heard the old adage, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I'm going to say choose wisely. So mindset number 3, think 50% when you spend and 10% when you don't. So what I'm talking about is purchasing versus investing. So let's say you want to purchase an iPhone for $1,000. If you estimate the true cost of the items you purchase, they usually lose about 50% in value over a 3-year period. However, instead of purchasing that iPhone for $1,000, maybe you can put that money into the market. where you could potentially earn 10% more or more based off of compound interest. So, shifting your thinking around instant gratification, do you want it now or later? I'm not saying don't get the iPhone. However, maybe if you trade your old phone in for a phone that costs you nothing, that's how you win. Believe it or not. Aha. So, believe it or not, you can actually get a certification in financial psychology. I didn't know it existed, but it does. So, what is financial psychology? It explores the psychology factors influencing financial decisions and behaviors, encompassing beliefs, emotions, and biases that impact spending, saving, and investing choices. So, why do I mention this? Because your mindset is really the bedrock of your finances. So, secret number three: how does your views on money affect how you make and save money? And the secret is your money identity. So, what does money identity mean? It refers to the combinations of your beliefs, your values, attitudes, and behaviors surrounding money, which ultimately shape how you think about, manage, and relate to your finances. The question is, what is your money identity? Do you see money as a useful tool? Or do you value money above all things? If you do, then why? So I'm going to tell you something, a story about myself. Um, in terms of my relationship to money, in my early years as a kid, my family was pretty well to do. Then a divorce happened, and then a life change occurred where we landed in North Carolina. So for the first time, we actually had money insecurities. It was a struggle until my mother actually remarried. And then I became a middle class kid. And so by the time I got to high school, I was attending a boarding school. I had my own bank account. Now, I'm going to just say this: I did work, everybody. I've been working since I was 14. So I was always making my own money. And I also had an allowance, but the allowance was coming from the money that I made that my mother kept and then she siphoned off to me, that I lived off of every month. And it was expected of me to manage my bank account. And so that's where I learned about how to manage money, how not to overdraw on a checkings account and not have the wrath of my mother, and all of those other things that come with, being responsible for money. And so in that, I learned to understand that money really was a tool, and it was a useful tool to get you a lot of things. It didn't define me. So I went to school with some rich girls, and I didn't have that kind of money, but I didn't worry about that. I just knew it was a useful tool. So I want us to get clear on your views and really your money identity, your money identity. So, based off an article I read, the author describes money identity as the money spectrum into three levels, or he breaks it into three levels. So, this money spectrum has three levels, and I'm going to define all of them. So, the first level is survival. Survival is the ability to exist and have one's health. And this was broken up into several levels. And so, starting from the top was some savings all the way down to starvation, where there are people who are experiencing that kind of thing. So, when you are in survival mode, the sole purpose of money is to provide for the basic necessities. So, when we operate in survival mode, it makes it very difficult for one to think about anything else. So the second level, once you move out of survival mode would be the freedom, or freedom mode is what I call it, or what he called it. So this is when money is used to sustain a lifestyle rather than life itself. You have then moved out of survival mode into this new territory. And so there are three modes or models in the freedom section. So the first one is freedom as a leisure model. So the amount of money you've made from your job, which affords you the opportunity to be leisure. The next step up from that is freedom in work. That allows you to have fulfillment and make money. So money is seen as a tool, an amplifier of the authenticity you embody. And so the next level is, and the final one is freedom in attention. So that frees your attention away from money. You're still making money. However, you get to spend time doing the things that you want to do. So once you move out of the freedom mod or freedom model, comes the last level. And this is the third level, and it's called the power over self. You have multiple streams of income, and you're pursuing the things that you want to pursue while limiting the attention you give to the continuous demands of money. So, in the power mode, it allows you to have power over yourself and what you spend your time doing. This mode focuses on the way you exercise power over yourself that will also set the conditions for how you exercise power over others. So I know what you're thinking. And yes, there is a lot more. So what if I told you the easiest way to create all of that? But before I go there, can I ask you a question? You see this picture? I actually like it. So if you look at the ladies in the back, they don't look very happy. As a matter of fact, they're probably worried about their own mindsets, their views on money, and what they're going to do. But would you rather be like the ladies in the back, or would you prefer to be like the ladies in the front who are enjoying the life? They're enjoying that ride because they have control of their finances. Isn't life about enjoying the ride? So, this is your opportunity to take control of your finances and create the future you want. This can happen. This can all happen with you taking the first step to ensure your financial future. So, I have a program that basically talks about how to tell your money what to do. My program helps you understand your finances and how to make your money work for you. So when you join, you will get access to my checklist that provides you with information on how to plan for retirement. Um, it also talks about creating your support team, which your financial support team, which is really critical. And it also talks about estate planning. And you're going to get a estate planning checklist that comes with it and a description on what it is and how to do it. And so that's the first access. There's a second access to this. So when you join, you also get access to the workbook that has a section um, on what we just talked about today and calculators that actually helps you tell your money what to do. So this is no ordinary workbook. It's pretty deep. It's probably got 70 plus pages. And it's going to take you step by step to creating the life plan you want. So the next access you get is to the third secret, and this is where you get to learn to use the Trello board. The Trello board is an app really that will help you get organized, help you plan your retirement, and so much more. The Trello board is a great way to organize what you want to do, and it's all in one place. It's really like on one page, which is great. So it's going to break your life plan into modules that'll help you organize um, how you want to create, plan, and implement. And I included articles, I've included videos of third party folks who are talking about the same thing. There's other information for you in each module that's going to help give you directions on how to do everything. Now there's a bonus for the first 10 people that sign up. You get a 30-minute meeting with me, and you can ask any questions around finances, or you can talk about your finances. And so this is a limited time only. I usually charge like 125 for a 60-minute meeting. So, and there's a bonus to the bonus. So the bonus to the bonus is the life insurance guide. So, this is going to talk about why life insurance is so important to your life plan, because it is. So I'm pre-selling for my course, Tell Your Money What to Do. You can get this all for $97. My goal is to have it ready by April 1st. So you would have to DM me to let me know that you want access to it, and then I'll send it from there. But it'll be ready. It will be ready April 1st. And, pretty much the goal is work with me. I enjoy working with people. And so join my Facebook group. It's called Your Foundation for Finances. And we are at the end of the module. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to pop on the screen. All right. Give me just a minute. Ah. Stop trying to share the chat. There it is. Sorry, y'all. It's taking me a minute to get it to move. All right, so if anybody's on and they have any questions, please pop a question in the chat. All right, then I guess nobody's on and nobody's going to pop a question in the chat. Well, first off, thank you for showing up. And if you view this later, please ask any questions. You can DM me. Please join my Facebook group. And you can also reach me at my website, zelkinfinancial.com, and I will spell that for you. It is spelled Z as in zebra, E as in Edward, L as in Lincoln, K as in King, E as in Edward, N as in Nora, financial.com. So Zelkin at financial.com. And I look forward to hearing from folks. Thank you so very much. Linda had to go, so I'm going to go ahead and just end it, and everybody have a great day.